Hello, welcome to GNB News 7. In a world where ideas are everywhere, value is not. Most organizations innovate, but very few know how to protect, scale, or monetize what they create. At this exclusive workshop in Mumbai, senior leaders, entrepreneurs, and decision makers came together to explore a powerful shift in thinking. From treating intellectual property as a legal formality to leveraging it as a strategic driver of business growth. This is harnessing IP for business growth, where ideas begin their journey from thought to tangible business assets. Innovation alone does not create growth. What creates growth is clarity, protection, and purposeful leverage. This workshop was not about filing IP. It was about building value, reducing risk, and creating future-ready businesses. When ideas are treated as assets, they don't just stay ideas. They become growth.
Myself, Arun Manyar, founder member, Vice Core Group. Today, I learned about IPR with Nayan Bhai and Shankar Bhai. Very interesting session we had today. A lot of learnings I've got in terms of intellectual property rights. So, the creation of IPR, registration, and then protection, and then monetization. These are a couple of things which we generally forget about the IPs, okay, and how to bring intellectual property rights value in the balance sheet. Again, we have gained from Nayan Bhai and Shankar Bhai. Intellectual property rights is a very uh, important asset of any organization. So it's beyond of product companies. So the many service companies and other businesses, need this IPR related advisory. So thank you to Nayan Bhai and Shankar Bhai for giving this wonderful session.
Before today, I was just thinking ki IP is only something to do with intellectual property right protection and all, and something I had a fair idea of patents, etc. But today, after attending this function, solid knowledge, solid footprint on IP, I know where the company has to look around to protect its rights. One of the idea of framework, which actually I feel I will use in my business role is use IP for commercializing it for the company. That's one thing which I will work on it post attending this program today. And this workshop will be very useful for large corporates, since I come from corporate, wherein it will contribute to the growth of the product lines, keep competitors away, and ensure that the company is on the growth path. Thank you very much to Nayan and Shankar and his team for organizing this program. Looking for future such programs in such programs to be conducted in our company. Thank you very much.
Hi, this is Manish Gia from MG Consulting Compliance Team. It's really a nice experience for today's seminar onto the IP. I was always, doubting whether that my processes and the things which I have created or our team has created or MG Consulting has created can create any kind of a value or can be registered as IP. But after learning through this today's seminar and today's process and workshop, I am very clear the kind of things that we have created can be a copyright, can be registered as a copyrights, and can create a immense value for everyone, for me as well as MG Consulting as well as all the team members. I think today my vision are more clear that there is a something which we creates in a daily life which is can be copyright or can be patented, which we are not aware about it. By learning this processes and everything, our visions and thoughts are very clear.
Hi, my name is Bhavesh Arya. I work in Asian Paints Limited as Senior Manager Legal. And I just wanted to thank Nayan Bhai and Dr. Shankar that it was an excellent session. Like, of course, in corporate, we have a lot of IP work which we do, but there is, I think today, there is a lot of innovative points were discussed, and one of the most important point which I actually learned from this workshop was that instead of like there can be a co-invention which can be done with your employees or with your vendors, which can enable us to protect the IP in a better way. And one of the most useful thing was actually, of course, a lot of ideas were shared and a lot of collaboration happened between the people, and it actually gave me a lot of thought that what are the different ways to protect IP, and the live instances and examples which were actually discussed during the session was one of the USP. Actually, um, that actually forced me that any issue or any work what you do in the organization, you can actually break it and you can think it from all angle, and then you can start doing it. So that was, I think, the live instances whatever was shown were excellent, and the most important was Nayan Bhai and Dr. Shankar, and they had enormous knowledge, and I'll continue attending this kind of workshops along with them. Thank you.
Hi, this is Suraj here from Wisecore RCR Consulting. Before today, I always used to think that IP is something which, heavily big companies with big R&D spends is something what they do, and IP is only for those sort of companies. And today I realize that IP is applicable for all companies, irrespective of their size or irrespective of the area that they work with. Basically, today I also learned that IP can be commercialized and it can be used as an asset in balance sheet valuations also. So this is something which I will be taking away today, something of very big interest to me from a chartered accountant point of perspective. And these sessions are basically useful for all business owners and for those business consultants who are advising companies on growth and other areas. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Program by Shankar is quite useful. Before I came for this seminar or conference, my idea on IP was quite restricted, mainly as a CFO or an executive director, that I need to get some of these IPs which were mainly related to trademark registered. But today's session has opened my eyes about the possibility about various areas where we can work on it. So I have found it quite useful, and I am sure it will be useful for anyone who is working on ideas, management skills, processes, so that they can either capture the ideas and get them registered as an IP, as patents, or get it if processes are written down as a copyright. It is useful. Thank you.
I think one of the greatest things that this evening, or rather this full day that we had with Platinova, where Dr. Shankar and Dr. Nayan spoke about IP. In fact, I was not taking IP as something very serious, but after the session, I've now understood that IP is something very serious, and if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it, and whatever innovation that you had is definitely going to get copied, and you're not going to get the value. So therefore, what I've learned today is that IP is something very important. I got to identify which part of the organization can be really put to patent or trademark or copyright using the IP principles or IP regulations, and then do that fast. And that is the important thing that I'm carrying back today this evening. Thanks a lot to Dr. Shankar as well as Nayan Saab to make this event something very, very memorial. And the whole meeting was conducted in a very nice manner. It was giving a lot of case studies, and a lot of learning has taken place in a very experiential manner. That's the most important thing. Thanks a lot. I thank you, Platinova and the team of Shankar, as well as Nayan. Thanks a lot, and have a good time. And I will come back to you for something more on this if I have any doubts. Thanks a lot.
I attended a session, Harnessing IP for Business Growth. And it was led by Dr. Nayan Rawal and Dr. Shankar Vishwanath. Broadly, it was a one-day session, but the insights that we got were immense. It was case study led, so it was very experiential. As an entrepreneur and a professional, I think we create a lot of value and through our approaches and maybe the ideas that we bring in, but we never think of those approaches as possible assets which can be monetized. So this was a very, very eye-opening session and workshop. Thank you.
So the workshop which we attended today was a real eye-opener. Intellectual property is something which is neglected. In fact, not much awareness about it is there. How does one go about protecting, etc. And this workshop conducted by Nayan Bhai and Shankar, extremely well conducted, was well paced out. They answered all our questions, and overall totally eye-opener for the rest of us. Thank you.
So before today, I always thought IP is for big players and it is only for people who are interested to create valuation. It is not for small businesses like us. But after today, I realized that IP is not only a valuation strategy, but it is something that we can do in our day-to-day life. And thinking about IP, we can right now start thinking about IP right from the product designing stage. So IP is not something after the product is made, it is actually before the product is even initiated or even ideated. That is the stage where IP strategy can really work. The framework that is being taught in today's lecture was how to create IP strategy within the organization. So that framework was very, very important, and I think I will implement this framework immediately with my leadership team. And today's workshop made this framework so simple that we can, even small businesses like us, can implement it in our day-to-day life. This workshop could be interesting to any and everybody who is actually an entrepreneur. So it doesn't really matter if you are a solo entrepreneur or if you are a 1,000 crore company. It doesn't really matter if you have in-house R&D team or if you don't even have an R&D team. Because this workshop, the framework what is discussed in the workshop, this framework is a thinking tool. And I think this tool is relevant to everybody. So even if you don't have the capabilities, the team in-house, but you can partner it with relevant people, and the framework has to be implemented. So the framework is more important rather than the IP. So this is a very, very important key takeaway, and Nayan Bhai has actually very beautifully broken it down to implementation level for small businesses like us. Thank you.
So good evening all. So before attending this today's session on the harnessing IP for the business growth, so I was thinking IP could have been for the bigger organization, but now after attending this program, I now understand the IP can be harnessed by even the small as well as the medium-sized organizations, so that they can leverage the various IPs inside their organization and leverage on those organization. And the one idea which I could identify from this today's workshop is to find out the IPs which are not there. One single product can have the multiple IPs, and the organization should identify these IPs and start protect them and start leveraging all on those IPs, and in that way they can grow their business. And the last, the people, those who are into the entrepreneurial practice and those who are entrepreneurs as well as small organization, they should definitely understand the importance of IP for growth of their business. So they all should attend this type of workshops and get the benefit out of this. Thank you.
So my name is Dr. Shankar Vishwanath, and I have associated with Dr. Nayan Rawal, who is an IP strategist, for conducting this program called Harnessing IP for Business Growth. And today was the first cohort at the club Andheri West. And we had about 22 delegates joining us today from various organizations, right from consulting groups to engineering to company secretaries to chartered accountants. And the whole session was divided into 4 sections. The first section we concentrated on, we have our unique process called create, protect and leveraging of intellectual property. So the first phase covered the create process, where they learned how creation can happen without investing in huge R&D expenses. The second portion was the protect section, where we learned how once I have created something, how do I protect it? Why do I protect it? Where do I protect it? How do I protect it? And once creation and protection is done, the third natural fallout phase is leverage, where they need to monetize it. And before monetization, there are 2 critical aspects that need to be done. One is IP audit, and the second one is IP valuation. Once this is completed, they also realize that it is possible that in case I have a created asset, a protected asset, and I am not using it, I can leverage it by licensing it, by creating a source of income for me through royalty, or leveraging it in many other ways. All in all, it was a great start, I feel, to this cohorts that we intend to run in the coming future as well. And the participants were extremely satisfied, and we were satisfied that such a large number of people joined this movement, and we are sure that it is going to help them in their business ahead and to grow their business ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Nayan Raval, one of the founder of a company called Platinova Inventec Private Limited. This company is basically wants to spread IP awareness, and we have been mulling this idea for a long time. And today it was a great success for this organization that we first time have conducted an experiential workshop on IP awareness, basically to make the industry and other professionals very clear about what is IP awareness and what is the importance of IP, what is the purpose and object of IP beyond legal. It was more onto the strategy part of IP, and we had various people who have attended from across the industry. They were from engineering background, from pharma background, from medical devices background, from technology background, from IT background. Even professionals like chartered accountants, company secretaries and compliance officers, HR professionals, everybody attended this cohort, and it was totally a most successful first experiential workshop in the IP awareness program, and particularly on IP commercialization side of the IP part of it. Thank you.